संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा वयापवर्ग वर्ष विश्रान जीमूत परमत कल्पकेशरी दैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पाण्ड्य महाराज गुरु शपन शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमत् ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनाम भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी वनरद्रत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवद्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान सिंहासन पीठ कर्त्रे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र सूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्य वंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुनांगी सांगुराज मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाण पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अल्लपीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग स्वर्ण त्रयोविंश गुरु महासंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमद् जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेमस्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं समस्त ऋतोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्त मंगलावाप्यर्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं पूर्ण आरोग्य युक्त दृढ़गात्र यौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थं नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. Now please take an uddharani and wash your hands. Om apopasprisya.
Let us all now get ready to begin the yoga for the day. We are all going to be starting with the skeleton dance. So I request every one of you to put your jackets aside, put your sweaters aside, get ready to breathe prana through your entire body. Come on, shake yourself up, put your jackets, your sweaters, your shawls, put them aside. Make sure your phone, your gadgets, your water bottles are not in the way. So you're good and ready to start. Shake your hands, shake your feet. Today, on this auspicious day of Mahashivaratri, we are all beginning our day during the Brahma Muhurta. Which is in itself a spiritual practice. Let us let the entire prana, the energy of Paramashiva, fill our body. Decide to do the yoga intensely today. Let's now get started with the skeleton dance. Visualize yourself as a skeleton inside yourself and start shaking vigorously. Please begin. Relax. Just stand still. And inhale and exhale through your entire body. Visualize every pore of your skin, taking in the breath, every pore, inhaling the cosmic energy of Paramashiva. Inhale as deeply as possible. Visualize your breath all the way from your feet. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Relax. Please come to a seated position. You can fix your mat. Correct your mat. Come back to a seated position. Come to a seated position. Today marks a new beginning because we are going to be entering into the Tritiya Vinyasa Krama. So let's give us all a big round of applause for completing the Prathama Vinyasa Krama and the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama. So from today we are going to be entering into the Tritiya Vinyasa Krama, which is going to focus a lot more on the subtle components of the yoga. So we're going to bring in a lot of focus with regards to the pranayama, with regards to the visualization, the bandhas, the mudras. That is where our focus is going to be. And by now, all of you, whenever I tell relax, right, you should automatically sit down with your back straight, head, neck and spine in a straight line. So that should become your default relaxed position. Okay, and you should focus on bringing your feet into Padmasana. Whenever we say in a relaxed position, your visualization of relaxation should be Padmasana with back straight. Okay, so let's visualize it continuously so we make that a reality. All right, good. Now let us enter into the asana, the first asana for the day, which is Savriti Asana. In Savriti Asana, keep the right foot pressed on the perineum and the left foot on top. So right foot under the perineum and left foot on top of the thigh. Now place your hands on the knees, sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring your gaze towards the third eye. Now you're going to lock both your eyes into the third eye. Lock both your eyes up and in into your third eye. You're going to visualize Lord Surya in your inner space. We are now going to be performing the Samana Kumbhaka. In Samana Kumbhaka, as you inhale and exhale through your nose, once you inhale, you're going to visualize the breath filled up in your navel center and visualize the fire burning in your navel center. Continue to keep your gaze towards the third eye. Inhale, hold the air in your stomach, visualize the heat, the fire in your navel center, and the internal japa, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
परिमूलद्वारिटे की बैसे डाबा पग की येड़ी जीमनो पग मोड़ी पगथली की माहिली कोर योनिस्थान का ठीराशे.
Now let's perform the Vajrasana too. Being seated in the same position, we are now going to be performing the Uddiyana Bandha. So we're going to inhale and then exhale fully, and then pull your stomach in and up into your diaphragm. Pull your stomach in and up. Hold as long as possible and exhale. Along with this, we are going to be performing the Samana Kumbhaka, which means you're going to inhale, hold the breath, visualize the intense fire in your navel center. Now exhale completely, pulling your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. And then relax, inhaling. Repeat this again. Visualize yourself as a weapon of Lord Indra. And the internal japa, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
सव्येन कन्दं प्रपीड्य चान्यं पादं तु लिङ्गोपरि निक्षिपेत् च वज्रं सदा प्राणजये च सिद्धं ग्रीवातनुमस्तकमस्तशस्तम्.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be performing is going to be the Siddhasana too. Being seated in the same position, we are now going to be performing the Mahamudra Bandha, which means first we are going to inhale through our nose, performing the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale through the nose and lock the breath in the Jalandhara Bandha, which is pulling your chin towards your chest, and visualize the fire in your navel center, the intense fire in your navel center. Exhale and pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. Pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. Bring your gaze towards the third eye. Bring your gaze to the third eye and relax. Let's repeat this once again. Inhale with both your nostrils. Fill your navel with air. Lock your chin to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha. Visualize an intense fire in your navel center. Hold as long as you can comfortably. Now exhale, releasing from the Jalandhara Bandha. Pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. And bring your gaze towards your third eye. Bring your gaze towards your third eye. Relax and repeat it again. Visualize yourself as the Siddha Yoga in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
स्थानुसंयमितेन्द्रियो चलदृशा पश्यन् भ्रुवोरन्तरं चैतन्मोक्षकपातभेदजनकं सिद्धासनं प्रोच्यते.
Relax. Relax. Just be seated comfortably and inhale and exhale. Bring your breath to the normal state. The next asana we are going to be performing is going to be Brahmasana. Now, while you are seated in the same position, slowly slip the left toes between the thighs and the legs. So the feet that is there on top, slightly just slip it down into the gap between your thighs and the legs. Now keep your hands cupped together on the right knee. Keep your hands cupped together on the right knee. Once again, we are going to be repeating the same pranayama as earlier, which is the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale with both your nostrils and lock the breath inside you in the Jalandhara Bandha, bringing your chin to the chest. Visualize the intense fire in your navel center. Now exhale, releasing from the Jalandhara Bandha, and pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha and hold the breath. Now slowly relax from this and repeat it again. Now visualize Lord Brahma in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
पाद्मं ब्रह्मं स्तता सैद्धं स्वस्तिकं वज्रमासनं भद्रगोणं भद्रपीठं मूलबन्धं तथैव च.
Relax, bring your breath to normal. Relax. Let us now enter into the next asana. See, if you actually perform the kumbhakas, your whole body will become so much more active. In fact, if we sweat, I'm just giving an analogy here. After doing, let's say 10 asanas, if you sweat, if you perform the kumbhaka, even though we are just sitting in one position, if you intensely perform the kumbhaka, the same effect you will have without any physical movement. The same amount of breath, the same amount of heat, sweat, all of that will be coming in. How many of you are understanding this? The pranayamas are very powerful. So focus and bring your awareness to the pranayama. This is where the real yoga actually starts. This is where the real yoga starts, because we are entering into the subtle components. So don't take it light. Oh, okay, I'm just breathing. Bring your awareness intensely and do it as sincerely as possible. Are you all understanding? Yes? If yes, can you all raise your hands? Wonderful. Let's continue to the next asana. The next asana is going to be Muktasana 2. In Muktasana 2, once again, you're going to now slip your feet back up, placing it onto the thigh. Just slip it slightly back up, pull it out and place it back on the thigh. Keep your hands on top of your knees. Sit in a relaxed way. And now you're going to bring your awareness to your right ear. Please listen carefully. Bring your awareness to your right ear. To your right ear. Listen to the sound in your right ear. You don't have to touch it, but you can touch it just for you to bring awareness to yourself. You're going to bring awareness to the sound you are hearing in your right ear. Just listen carefully. See the sound that you are hearing in your right ear. In absolute silence, bring awareness and see what are all the minute sounds you're able to hear through your right ear. We're going to be in silence just for a few seconds. Now visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
मुक्तासने स्थितो योगी मुद्रां सन्धाय शाम्भवीं शृणुयात् दक्षिणे कर्णे नादमन्तस्थमेकधीः.
Relax. Please relax. How many of you were able to bring awareness to your right ear? How many of you were able to hear precisely on the right side? You were able to bring your awareness. Yes, wonderful. You're all doing a good job. How many of you found it a little difficult to hear on the right side? Like you were not able to bring your concentration to hear what exactly is the sound on the right side? Can you raise your hands? Everyone. Okay, basically everyone did it. Bolivia team, I don't know for what you raised your hand. I think there's a little delay in translation. All right, good. If you are all able to do it, that's wonderful. Let's go to the next asana. The next asana is going to be Valmikasana. Now, as you're seated in this position, you're going to place your hands in the Bindu Mudra. Okay, in Bindu Mudra, you're basically touching your index with your thumb. Your index with your thumb and place the hands on top of your knees. Place your hands on top of the knees in Bindu Mudra, palms facing towards the sky. Now, gaze towards the third eye. Bring your gaze towards the third eye. Lock both your eyes to your third eye. We are now going to perform the Samana Kumbhaka, which is inhale with both your nose and hold the breath in your stomach. Visualize intense heat in your stomach and that heat radiating through your entire body, and then exhale and repeat it again. Inhale and hold the breath. Visualize intense heat in your stomach. And exhale. Visualize yourself as Sage Valmiki, who is a great author of Sri Ramayana. Have the internal japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
बैसी करिडावा पगगी पगथली येड़ी बारिला फना दिशि मोड़ी जीमनी पाशती लगावे जीमन पगकी येड़ी बाई नली.
Relax. Now, let's enter into the Dvishirasana. In Dvishirasana, as you continue to be seated in the same position, you're going to be placing your hands on top of your knees, palms facing the knees. Now raise your left shoulder to the height of your head. Raise your left shoulder towards the height of your head, making it look like you have another head. Dvishirasana literally means two-headed. So raise your left shoulder where it looks that you have two heads. Hold the position. Visualize yourself as Paramashiva with multiple heads in your inner space. And the internal japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
स्कन्धशिरः पर्यन्तं नीत्वा स्थातव्यं द्विशीर्षं भवति.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be performing is Dvishirasana on the other side. Now, raise your right shoulder all the way up towards your face. Your head, keep it straight. Don't bend your head. Keep your head straight. Raise your hands up as high as possible. Sorry, your shoulders up as high as possible. And your palms on the knees. Palms on the knees. Only one shoulder, not both. Only the right shoulder up. Visualize yourself as Paramashiva with multiple heads in your inner space. And the internal japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
नितम्बे हस्तयुगलं भूमौ संकोचितः पतेत् कुम्भीरासनमावक्षे वायूनां धारणाय च.
Relax. Now we are going to be entering into Kumbhirasana. In Kumbhirasana, we are now going to be sitting straight with our head, neck and spine in a straight line. Now, interlock your hands on top of your head and sit tall in the shape of a pot. Sit tall in the shape of a pot. In this asana, you're going to bring your gaze towards the nose. Bring your gaze towards the nose. We are going to be performing the Samana Kumbhaka, which is inhale with both your nose. Have a slight bend on your elbows. Your hand is not straight. Bend your elbows. And inhale through both your nose. And hold the breath in your stomach, visualizing intense fire in your stomach. And exhale. You're going to visualize yourself as an alligator in your inner space. And the internal japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
नितम्बे हस्तयुगलं भूमौ संकोचितः पतेत् कुम्भीरासनमावक्षे वायूनां धारणाय च.
Relax, relax. Place your hands on top of your knees. Let us now enter into Chakrasana. In Chakrasana, place the thighs on top of both the heels. So cross your feet. Place the thighs on top of both the heels. Just cross your feet. Cross your feet, placing both the thighs on top of your heels. Now sit straight, bring your gaze to the nose. You're going to now visualize each of your chakras becoming a bright white light, becoming a bright white light. See each of your chakras starting with the Mooladhara chakra at the base of your spine, exuding intense bright light. Moving on to the Swadhisthana chakra, filling up with energy. Then the Manipuraka chakra at your navel center, lighting up with intense energy. Your Anahata chakra, your heart center, filling with intense light. Your Vishuddhi chakra, the throat center, emanating and exuding bright light. Your Ajna chakra, the third eye, see it expressing intense light. And your Sahasrara chakra, the crown center, overflowing with the intense energy. The internal japa, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
सव्योरुदक्षिणे गुल्फे दक्षिणं दक्षिणेतरे निदध्यादृजुकायास्तु चक्रासनमिदं मतम्.
Relax. Good. Now let's enter into the next asana, which is going to be Swastikasana. Being seated in the same position. Now the visualization that you're going to bring inside you is swastika. Visualize yourself as the embodiment of peace, well-being, good fortune and prosperity. In Swastikasana 2, place your palms on your knees, palms facing downward on your knees. Some of you have your hands clenched in front of you, place it on knees. Now bring your gaze to the nose, visualizing yourself as the embodiment of peace and good fortune. The internal japa, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
जानोर्वोरन्तरे सम्यक् दृष्ट्वा पादतले उभे समकाय सुखासीन स्वस्तिकं तत्प्रचक्षते अनेन विधिना योगी मारुतं साधयेत् सुधीः देहे न क्रमते व्याधिस्तस्य वायुश्च सिद्ध्यति.
Now relax. Now interlock both your fingers in the same position in front of your heart. Interlock both your fingers in front of your heart. We are going to be performing the Swastikasana 3 with the continued visualization of you embodying peace, well-being and good fortune. Visualize swastika in your inner space and the internal japa, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
जानोर्वोरन्तरे कृत्वा योगी पादतले उभे ऋजुकाय समासीन स्वस्तिकं तत्प्रचक्षते.
Now, we are going to be performing the Virasana 2. Now, place the right foot between the thigh and the calf. Right foot between the thigh and the calf. and the left foot on top of the opposite thigh. Left foot on top of the opposite thigh. The best way, the easy way to make sure that you're doing it is stretch your feet out whenever you have to do. Stretch your feet out. Now bring your right foot between your thigh and calf. Between your thigh and calf. Next, place the left foot on the opposite thigh. Place the left foot on the opposite thigh. Now place your hands on top of your knees, palms facing downward. Bring your gaze towards the nose. Bring your gaze to the nose. Now listen carefully to the visualization. You're going to visualize yourself as the embodiment of bravery and courage. Visualize yourself as a courageous person, as the embodiment of courage in your inner space. All powerful, courageous, able to face anything in life. Have the internal japa, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
वीरासनमनस्थैर्यकरमुत्साहवीर्यकृत लक्ष्यसन्धानजननं सुखासनमनामयम्.
Let's now enter into the Siddhi Haratali Asana. Now sit, bring the heels together at the perineum. Bring the heels together at the perineum. Keep the toes slightly apart. Toes slightly apart. With your knees nice and wide. Interlace your fingers around your feet. Interlace your fingers around the feet. Make sure that your toes are slightly apart. Now, bring your gaze towards your nose. The visualization is going to be where you are going to sit unclutched from all the ego-fulfilling success, so-called success in your life. Visualize whatever you feel as the greatest success of your life that has boosted your ego. Unclutch from every one of that. Now perform the Samana Kumbhaka, which is inhaling with your nose, holding the breath in your stomach, visualizing intense heat. Now when you hold your nose, hold the breath, you're going to bring your chin towards the chest, lock the breath inside your stomach in the Jalandhara Bandha. And then exhale slowly and repeat the Samana Kumbhaka once again. Inhale and lock the breath in the Jalandhara Bandha. Visualize intense heat in your stomach. And then exhale. Have the internal japa, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
अगतले संपुट करी अगोलिया को संपुट करे माहीनूलो राणे दोवो हाथ के कागसी करे.
Now, continuing to be seated in the same position, we are going to be moving into Bhadrasana 3. In Bhadrasana 3, we are going to be entering into the Mahamudra Bandha, which means as we perform the Samana Kumbhaka, which is inhaling through our nose, once you fill your stomach with the breath, you're going to lock your breath in the Jalandhara Bandha, which is bringing your chin to the throat. Visualize intense heat and fire in your stomach, your navel center, the Jataragni getting awakened. And then exhale, releasing from the Jalandhara Bandha. And once you exhale completely, pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. Pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. Hold as long as you can and relax. Repeat it once again. The internal japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
गुल्फौ च वृषणस्यादः सीवन्त्याः पार्श्वयोः क्षिपेत् सव्यगुल्फं तथा सव्ये दक्षगुल्फं तु दक्षिणे.
So we now moving to the next asana, which is Yoga Narasimhasana. So in Yoga Narasimhasana, we are going to be sitting with the feet. So let's all bring the slowly bring the knees back together. Slowly bring your knees back together and keep your knees bent. Yes, yes. So let's all bring our knees back together. Now, once you come to this position, you're going to cross your legs. So whichever side, that is fine. So cross your leg. So cross your leg. Cross your leg and place the back of the palms on the knees. Yes. Place the back of the palms on the knees. And close your eyes and bring the visualization of Lord Narasimha. Lord Narasimha is the form of Lord Vishnu, where he is half lion and half human. Take a moment to bring that visualization inside of you and lock your gaze at the tip of the nose. Now, you are also going to stick your tongue out and exhale forcefully. So, inhale, hold the breath in the Samana Kumbhaka, and when you exhale, open your mouth and exhale forcefully with the tongue sticking out. Now, perform the Mula Bandha and continue to hold the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
मायूरस्पिञ्छमायूरं पद्मपीठसमन्वितं कौकुटस्गर्भपिङ्गं च कौर्मं योगनृसिंहकम्.
Continue to keep the legs in the same position. Now we are going to be moving into Kakarupa Skandasana. So keep the legs in the same position. You can just roll your hands backward and place the palms on the respective knees. So just place the hand on the respective knees with the palms facing down and gaze to your nose. So this time in this asana, you are going to be visualizing a flock of crows. So just visualize a flock of crows flying in the sky, making the sound. Once again in this asana, fix the gaze to the tip of the nose and continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale, hold the breath, visualize and feel the intense heat, and then exhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, tightening the perineum. And continue to hold the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
अथ वक्षे काकरूपस्कन्धासनमुत्तमं कलिपापात् प्रमुच्येत वायवीं वशमानयेत् निजपादद्वयं बद्ध्वा स्कन्धदेशे च साधकः नित्यमेतत्पदद्वन्द्वं भूमौ पुष्टिकरद्वयम्.
Yes, relax. Now we move into Utkatikasana. So in Utkatikasana, you're going to keep your feet together, bring the knees together, come to a squatting position with on your feet, and you're going to place the hands between the thighs and the chest. So you're going to be placing the, so you're going to be seated, you'll not be on the legs, you will be placing the hands behind the thighs. So just keep your hands over the thighs and hold on to the respective knees. Keep the knees together and once again gaze to the nose. From this asana, we are going to be starting the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. The Ujjayi Kumbhaka is where with your mouth you are going to slowly draw the air as much as you can. Deep breath, making the sound of the ocean. So inhale as deeply as you can through the mouth and then exhale through the nostrils. So by performing this pranayama, it removes the heat produced in the head, the phlegm in the neck, dries away all the diseases, the Shastra Pramana does not say. So now, gaze at the tip of the nose, lock the eyes once again at the tip of the nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Continue to hold the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
श्लिष्टर्गुलिश्लिष्टगुल्फौ भूश्लिष्टोरुप्रसारयेत् यत्रोपविश्य पादौ तद्दण्डासनमुदीरितम्.
The next asana is Dandasana 2. So now you're going to stretch your legs forward. Let's all stretch the legs forward and keep the tips of the toes pointed upwards. Keep the ankles, the knees, the thighs, your feet, everything together, nice and tight together. And rest the hands on the thighs. Visualize yourself as a stick and keep your back straight. Head, neck and spine in a straight line as well. Lock the gaze at the tip of the nose. Continue to perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Inhale through the mouth, deeply, making an ocean-like sound, and then slowly exhale through the nostrils. Do not keep the hands by your side. Place the hands on the thighs and keep your back straight. Lock the gaze at the tip of the nose and continue to hold the visualization and the japa of Om Nityananda Paramashivoham in your throat center.
श्लिष्टर्गुलिश्लिष्टगुल्फौ भूश्लिष्टोरुप्रसारयेत् यत्रोपविश्य पादौ तद्दण्डासनमुदीरितम्.
Yes. Now, from this asana, we are going to all raise our hands up into the air and lower the body completely from the hips all the way down into Tadaka Mudrasana. Lower your body as low as possible, bringing the forehead onto the feet. And as we have seen in previous asanas, we are not trying to bring the forehead to the knees. We are trying to push the hips as forward as possible. Try to bring the forehead to the heels. So that is what you're trying. You're trying to push your body as forward as possible, bringing the entire from the stomach to the chest to the forehead, all of them onto the feet, onto the legs. Gaze to your nose during this asana, and also try to do the Uddiyana Bandha, which is pulling the stomach in and up. And when you pull the stomach in and up, this will even help you to go further down. So inhale through the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, through the mouth. Take a deep breath and then exhale. Pull the stomach in and up quickly and lower the body as much down as possible. And stay there. Hold on to your calves or toes. And if you're able to do this, make a light gap between the feet, between the legs, and lower the forehead even to the ground if you can. Let's all take a few minutes to perform this Tadaka Mudrasana. Visualize yourself that you have become a water tank, just water. Visualize yourself that you have become as loose as water. So water is not rigid like solid, it just flows. In the same way, visualizing that water, visualizing a tank of water, the water inside a tank, you're also going to loosen your entire body and flow into this asana. Just flow into the asana, lowering yourself nice and down. And stay there. Stay in that position. Whichever position you're able to, stay there. Hold yourself there. Take the deep inhalations and exhalations through the Uddiyana Bandha, the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, and perform the Uddiyana Bandha each time you exhale, and lower yourself a centimeter down if you can, and keep holding on. As we have seen, go into that uncomfortable place. Leave the comfort zone, push yourself into the uncomfort, and stay there in that place. Stay there and experience that uncomfortable feeling. Hold yourself there and relax. Visualize the water. Visualize yourself as just flowing. Once again, let's all inhale through the mouth in the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, And as we exhale through the nostrils, perform the Uddiyana Bandha, pulling the stomach in and up, and lower yourself a bit further. Once again, inhale through the mouth and exhale through the nostrils. And as you exhale, pull the stomach in and up and lower yourself a bit further down and hold on to your body. Hold on to the pose. Hold on to the position you are in and become comfortable. Take a moment to just inhale and exhale deeply, staying there. Once again, let's take a deep breath through the mouth. And as you exhale, perform the Uddiyana Bandha, pulling the stomach in and up and lower yourself an inch forward. Experience and feel the stretch in your back, under your knees, in your hamstring and calves. Experience your body stretching, loosening up. If you're already completely down, then just stay there. Allow your body to relax. Feel the stretch. Experience the stretch. Enjoy the stretch and your body. And in this asana, continue to hold the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
सभागा शीर्ष सर्वांग महामुद्रा च तागती बद्धकोनस्बद्ध पद्मं दंडं पश्चिम तानकम्.
Now, we are going to be moving into another interesting asana. This is the Prankasana. So, the Prankasana is where you are going to be keeping your hands by the side of the body and lift your legs off the ground. So, this is the Prankasana. So now we are going to be showing you how to perform this asana, the various steps that we can take to achieve this position. So the first thing all of us need to do in this asana is bringing our hands as close to us as possible. So you want to bring your hands as close to your body as possible. As we've seen in the various other asanas where we are lifting our body off, we are going to use the support and the grip of our hands and lift and stay there. To hold our body, we are going to be using the side and this tightening of our body to stay there. So bring your hands as close to you as possible, and you do not want to keep your hands here. As you can see how Maharaj is keeping, he is keeping his hands forward. It's in front of his buttocks. So near the thighs is where we want to keep, not behind us. Okay, so the center of the gravity of your body during this asana, you want to bring it as forward as possible because your legs are stretched in front. So let's all first get into this position. We are going to do this asana together. So once you have got into this position with your legs stretched, hands nice and close, tucked into your body. You can even place your fingers, some of your fingers, even under the thighs. So placing your hands nice and wide as well. You want to keep your hands nice and wide as well to get as much grip as possible. And inside your legs, then you want to first lift the buttocks off the mat. So before you bring the legs up, you first want to lift the buttocks off the mat. So once you lift your buttocks off the mat, slowly you're going to lean backward. So you're going to slowly lean backward and then lift the legs off the ground. So you can lift one leg at a time. And first step is lifting the buttocks off the ground. So do not just see, oh, I'm not able to lift my legs and come back down. Stay there. You want to strengthen your hands and shoulders and your abdomen to lift your body. So you are going to be first lifting the buttocks off the ground. Once you lift your buttocks off the ground, if you're able to stay there, then spend a minute to try and lift one leg at a time. So lift one leg at a time, but do not come down. You can take a quick breather, quick break, relax the shoulders for a few seconds and come back up. Do not take long breaks. Just focus on trying to stay in this position as much as possible. You may be feeling some burning sensation. Your hands might be shaking. That's fine. That is your muscles strengthening up. Okay, so once you get into this position, you are going to try and lift one leg at a time. So lift one leg, stay there, feel the muscles tightening, getting engaged, and then you can lower the leg back and then lift the opposite leg. So once you feel, okay, this is how the asana is, then you can lean slowly backward. Lean slowly backward and lift both the legs off the mat. Just sitting and lifting your legs won't give you the same effect. You need to be off the mat. You need to be off the mat and lift the legs to experience that complete feeling. Okay, so let's all take a minute to try this asana. Come on, Kailasa, Bolivia. Female team, all of you are just sitting with your legs stretched. Let's all get into the asana. Come on, let's try. Keep your hands as close to you and at least lift the buttocks off the ground. Let's all get the first step of this asana at least. Place your hands by your side and lift the buttocks off the ground. So you also want to perform the Mula Bandha, tightening the perineum. This will also help you tighten your core. So tighten your perineum, perform the Mula Bandha. That will also help you to perform the asana better. Come on, I'm not seeing many of the participants are still not on their hands. Come on, get up. Lift the body up. Lift the body off the mat. Yes, Kailasa, Ikaror, Paramayogaya, Antonaya, come on, get into the position. Stay there as long as you can. We are going to be spending another minute to just stay there in the asana. Stay in that position with our legs in front. So if you're able to lift your legs, that's great. If you're able to lift your legs off the mat, that's great. So stay here. And when you need a break, slowly relax the body. Once you're done, once you're ready again, then raise up and stay there. Stay on the shoulders. Stay on the hands with your butt off the ground. Feel all of the muscles in your shoulders, in your hands, tightening and balancing your body. Bringing that connection with each of the part of your body will help you to control the lifting up. So let's all do this once together. So all of you come down, keep your legs straight, keep your hands by your side, tighten yourself, and 3, 2, 1, lift yourself up as much as you can. If you can, lift your legs off, lift your legs off. Even for a few seconds, you can just kick your legs up, but do not come down. Do not place your butt on the ground. Come on, we just have a few more seconds. Let's all stay in this position. Stay in this position and continue to have the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Prenkavat sthitva padagre mastake parinitva prishtabhage bhumam nidhayatishtet. Yes, relax. Take a moment to just stretch your hands in front of you. Relax your wrists and shoulders. So as we perform these asanas, we are strengthening each part of our body to be able to do it much better the next time. Okay, so just rotate your wrists in clockwise, anti-clockwise. Pull your fingers, open your palms up, pull the fingers backward, bend your hands down. Just roll your shoulders. Yes. So now we are going to be moving into the next level of this asana. So the next level of this asana is Prankasana 2. So in this asana, what we are going to be doing is you're going to be placing the hands in the same way how we did, and this time you're going to be kicking your legs as high as possible. So kick your legs as high as possible and lift your body as high as possible. So you can do one leg at a time, you can do both legs, you can keep one leg in the ground and do, or you can do with both the legs. Kick both your legs off the ground. So simultaneously kick both the legs off the ground as much as you can, as high as you can. Yes. Yes, Kailasa, Bolivia. Kailasa, Ecuador, come on. Antoinaya, Parmayogaya. Try, kick your legs as high as you can. If you're able to bring your leg all the way up, then that is great. If you're even able to bring it in front of you, that's great. So first you can try, by keeping your leg down and then lifting one leg at a time. And once you get the momentum and the feel of how the asana is going to be, then you can kick your legs up. Kick your legs as much as possible. Continue to perform the Mula Bandha and visualize yourself as a rocking cradle moving back and forth. Prenkavat tishtet padagre mastake parinitva prishtavage bhumam nidaya tishtet. Relax. Relax. Now bring the knees to your chest and wrap your hands around the knees. Keep the feet flat. Take a moment in this asana to just catch your breath. So you're going to keep your heels as close to the buttocks as possible, crushing yourself, and gaze to the third eye in Yogasana 3. Bring the awareness to your breath and once again start performing the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Inhale through the mouth and exhale through the nostrils. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. and hold the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
पृष्ठे भेदान्वितं पादं तस्य हस्तेन बन्धयेत् अथ योग्यासनं वक्ष्ये यत्कृत्वा योगिरात् भवेत्.
Now we move into the next asana, Vrishapati asana. So in Vrishapati asana, we are going to be first performing this on the right side. Okay, so first sit on your right leg, and place the left leg over the right leg and keep the toes facing outward. And you're going to be placing the hands on the top knee. Gaze to your nose. And from this asana, we are going to be performing a new kumbhaka, which is the Shitkari Pranayama. So suck the air through the mouth with a hissing sound. So the position of your mouth will be, your tongue will be on the upper palate, your teeth will be clenched, and you will suck the air through the gap of the teeth. Hold the breath as much as possible and then exhale through the nostrils. This, as per the Shastra Pramana, tells us that when we perform this, it helps us go beyond sleep and hunger. So it's a very powerful pranayama, the Sitkari Kumbhaka. Visualize a temple in your inner space. Visualize a temple inside of you. In your inner space, visualize a temple. For Paramashiva or for Swamiji, you can have a temple inside of you and fix the gaze at the nostrils, at the nose. Perform the Mula Bandha and the Japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
जीवना गोडा अग्र करिदावो पग जीमनी पासती आणी मोडिये कुला नीचे रासे फना पानी आधर रहे हाथ गोडा उपरि रासे दृष्टि नासा अग्र आसन कौगुन पवन धरण सहित करे.
Yes, now the next asana is Dhruvasana. So from Vrishapati asana, once again we are going to slowly slide the foot that we were sitting on to the side and bringing both the buttocks onto the ground. So now there's going to be a specific position in which we are going to be placing our fingers. So with the left hand, we are going to be touching the middle joints of the finger. Okay, so all of you can look at the screen. So the middle joints of your finger with your left hand, you're going to be touching the middle joints of the fingers of the right palm. Okay, and rest the hand on the perineum. So just place the hands at the root of the legs, behind the knees, and gaze to the third eye. So now close your eyes. As you continue to gaze to your third eye, close your eyes and visualize the Dhruva grass. So if you have not seen Dhruva grass, you can just visualize grass. Any grass, that's fine. Nice, fresh, maybe 4 or 5 inches tall Dhruva grass. And continue to perform the Sitkari Kumbhaka. Inhale through the gaps of the teeth with your teeth clenched, making the hissing sound. Hold the breath as long as you can and then exhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, tightening the perineum, and hold the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
दायी जम्घा परिकरी जीमनोपगादायी पासती आनी फनादो धरती टेकी बारला गुल्फकुला की बारली कानी लगावे.
Now we move into the next asana, Sukadevasana. Continue to keep your legs in the same posture. So now we are going to be placing our hands in the Padma Mudra. So if all of us remember the Padma Mudra from the Suryasana, so bring the wrists together, the thumb and the little finger together, and place your hands on the knee. Now you are going to close your eyes and visualize the powerful form of Paramashiva with all the 25 heads, various different gods and goddesses, and fix the gaze at the tip of the nose. So you can keep your eyes closed to perform the visualization in your inner space, and bring the tip of the eyes, so bring the gaze to the tip of the nose, and continue to perform the Shitkari Kumbhaka. Inhaling, making the hissing sound, hold the breath, and exhale through the nostrils. So try to align the knees as much as possible, stacking the knees one on top of the other. Try to align the knees as much as possible, bringing one on top of the other. Perform the Mula Bandha and continue to hold the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
वक्त्रेण सीत्करा पूर्वकं वायुं गृहीत्वा यथाशक्ति कुम्भयित्वा नासाभ्यां रेचयेत्.
The next asana is Datta Digambara Asana. So Datta Digambara Asana. In this asana, once again, we keep the legs in a similar position. So this time, so whichever leg is there on, for example, your left heel is there by your right hip. So you're going to just place your hand on the heels. Basically, place your hands on the opposite heels. And firmly hold your feet. Once again, keep your back, head, neck and spine in a straight line. Do not sit hunched in this asana. Sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line, shoulders pulled back, and hold firmly onto your feet. Now close your eyes and start visualizing Paramashiva blessing you to move beyond all material needs and desires. And fix the gaze to the third eye. So as you fix the gaze to the third eye, this will help you to bring the power of the visualization stronger inside of you, because when you keep moving the eyes, it again generates thoughts. So by fixing the gaze to a particular point, you are stopping that generation of thoughts, and you can focus that energy to bring more clarity into the visualization you're trying to build inside of you. Continue to perform the Sheetkari Kumbhaka, inhaling through the clenched teeth, holding the breath as long as possible, and exhaling. Perform the Mula Bandha and the Japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
प्रथम जीवनोपाव ऊचवे दाई झमका ऊपरी करी लेव दाए भगती ताक आने गोडाम ऊपर थल करी थाने.
The next asana is Machandrasana 3. So now as you are holding on to the feet, now bring the grip onto the big toes with your fingers. So with all of your fingers, hold on to the big toes and slowly bring the forehead down as low as possible. If you're able to touch your knees with your forehead, that's good. You're able to push yourself even further and touch your forehead all the way onto the ground, then that's much better. That is great. But do not lift the butt off the ground. You don't want to lift the butt off the ground. Continue to be seated and bend from the hips. Bend from the hips as low as possible. Fix the gaze to the nose and visualize a fish. So it can be a goldfish or a blue whale, whichever fish you want to visualize. Visualize a fish in your inner space as you are performing this asana. And even in this asana, when you exhale, you'll be able to lower yourself as much as possible. So lower yourself as much as possible. In Kailasa, Bolivia, I'm seeing all of the participants still seated. You can all lower yourself as low as possible. Just lower yourself as much as possible and continue to perform the Mula Bandha and hold the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. जीमनोपागादायी जंगपरी रासे येली करी लगावे दावाया कौ बहरो गुल्प जीमना गीडा की माहिली अस्य परी रासे दोवु हाथस्य उपगा का अगाता पगाड़े लाट धरती लगावे. Now slowly rise up, and now we move into the next asana, Gomukhasana 2. So Gomukhasana 2 is where we are going to continue to be seated in the same position, and now we are going to bring our hands behind the back and catch our hands behind the back. So now, for example, if you are placing your right leg on top, then your right hand will also be on top and the left hand will be coming from the bottom. Okay, so this is how we will be performing the asana. So try to catch your hand as back as possible. So bring your hands as close to your body. If you just keep your hands wide, you will not be able to catch your hands. Bring your hand as close as possible. You can even use one hand to pull the opposite hand as deep inside as possible. So with one hand you can hold on and pull this hand as deep as possible. Same way, you can pull your hands, once you're able to hold, pull your hand as low as possible. That is what is going to stretch the entire body over here. So take a minute to try and hold your hands, lock your hands behind and breathe. So open your chest, straighten your back. Only if you open your chest, you're going to be able to hold on to your hands. If you keep your shoulders crouched in the forward, then you're going to lose some of that flexibility, some of that distance that you can cover by opening your chest as wide as possible. So pull the shoulders nice and back. Even if you're able to hold just one finger, that's fine. Stay there. Experience the stretch in your shoulders, in your tricep, in your chest. Take a moment to just stay there and deeply inhale and exhale. In the Sheetkari Kumbhaka, inhale with the teeth clenched and fix the gaze at the tip of the nose, visualizing a cow in your inner space. So visualize a cow in your inner space. Perform the Mula Bandha and the Japa of Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
उत्तानकूर्मपीठैश्च संहस्गारुडमेव च वातायनं गोमुखं च भारद्वाजं त्रिविक्रमम्.
Now, let's all release our legs and come into a lying down position. Keep your hands by your side. We are going to be performing the Shavasana for a few minutes. Completely relax your body. Perform the Shakti Chalana Mudra. First, relax the entire body from the tip of the toes. Begin there. The tip of the fingers. Stop all of the micro movements happening. Completely settle down and start visualizing the Kundalini, powerful energy. If you want to visualize it as a golden light, a white light, that is fine. But feel that energy surging from the root of the spine, the Mooladhara, to the Swadhisthana, then the Manipuraka, the navel center, the Anahata, the heart center, the Vishuddhi, the throat center, Agnya, the brow center, and the Sahasrara. Completely relax the entire body. Focus just on the breath of the inhalation, the deep and slow inhalation, and then the deep and slow exhalation. Completely relax yourself. Unclutch from all of the thoughts. Do not get distracted by any of the sounds near you. Just visualize Swamiji in your inner space now. Whichever form of Swamiji you connect with, whichever picture of Swamiji you cherish inside of you, try to feel and visualize every single detail of Swamiji. The beautiful smile, the slight curving of the eyes, bringing the eyes like a lotus petal, the beautiful vibhuti around all over the forehead, the graceful smile, the twinkle in Swamiji's eyes. Take a minute to cherish the form of Swamiji. Do not get distracted by any of the thoughts. Hold on to the visualization of Swamiji. Now, come back to your body. Bring awareness to the tip of your toes, your feet, your calves, your thighs, your fingertips, your forearms, your arms, your stomach, your chest, your shoulders, your face. Now wiggle the tips of your toes and fingers. Slowly bend the knees. Hold them. Rock from side to side. And now come to a comfortable seated position. For some of the participants, if you may be thinking why we are finishing the yoga early, we are going to be having a little change in our routine today. We're finishing the yoga 15 minutes early. We're going to be having the next sessions and the break after this. So, as today is Paramashivaratri, the darshan of Swamiji is going to be happening a bit earlier. So, we are all going to be preparing for that. Now, let us complete and conclude the Nityananda Yoga. So, bring your hands together in front of the heart center. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Visualize Swamiji and let's chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tatsat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nityanandam. So now we are going to be having, the time is 8:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be having a break up till 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, a 45-minute break. So we'll be having breakfast, change our dress, and get ready for the next sessions. Thank you all. Nityanandam.
for this Shivaratri. Meditate on this light, intense light, which makes you feel very pleasant in the body, and that heat which is very pleasant. And I tell you, when you meditate on this light and this heat pleasant, you just lose sleep on that Shivaratri night. You become awake. That is what is the real context of not sleeping on that night.
வான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான்மழுவினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே.
நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே.
For this Shivaratri, meditate on this light, intense light, which makes you feel very pleasant in the body, and that heat which is very pleasant. And I tell you, when you meditate on this light and this heat pleasant, you just lose sleep on that Shivaratri night. You become awake. That is what is the real context of not sleeping on that night.
வான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான்மழுவினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே.
நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே.
meditate on this light, intense light, which makes you feel very pleasant in the body, and that heat which is very pleasant. And I tell you, when you meditate on this light and this heat pleasant, you just lose sleep on that Shivaratri night. You become awake. That is what is the real context of not sleeping on that night.
வான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான் மகிழ்வினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே.
நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே.
For this Shivaratri, meditate on this light, intense light, which makes you feel very pleasant in the body, and that heat which is very pleasant. And I tell you, when you meditate on this light and this heat pleasant, you just lose sleep on that Shivaratri night. You become awake. That is what is the real context of not sleeping on that night.
வான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான் மகிழ்வினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே.
நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே.
For this Shivaratri, meditate on this light, intense light which makes you feel very pleasant in the body, and that heat which is very pleasant. And I tell you, when you meditate on this light and this heat pleasant, you just lose sleep on that Shivaratri night. You become awake. That is what is the real context of not sleeping on that night.
வான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான்மகிழ்வினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே.
நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே.
For this Shivaratri, meditate on this light, intense light which makes you feel very pleasant in the body, and that heat which is very pleasant. And I tell you, when you meditate on this light and this heat pleasant, you just lose sleep on that Shivaratri night. You become awake. That is what is the real context of not sleeping on that night.
வான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான்மகிழ்வினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே.
நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே.
For this Shivaratri, meditate on this light, intense light which makes you feel very pleasant in the body, and that heat which is very pleasant. And I tell you, when you meditate on this light and this heat pleasant, you just lose sleep on that Shivaratri night. You become awake. That is what is the real context of not sleeping on that night.
வான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான்மழுவினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே.
நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே.
For this Shivaratri, meditate on this light, intense light, which makes you feel very pleasant in the body, and that heat which is very pleasant. And I tell you, when you meditate on this light and this heat pleasant, you just lose sleep on that Shivaratri night. You become awake. That is what is the real context of not sleeping on that night.
வான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான்மழுவினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே.
நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே.
For this Shivaratri, meditate on this light, intense light, which makes you feel very pleasant in the body, and that heat which is very pleasant. And I tell you, when you meditate on this light and this heat pleasant, you just lose sleep on that Shivaratri night. You become awake. That is what is the real context of not sleeping on that night.
வான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான்மழுவினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே.
நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே.
For this Shivaratri, meditate on this light, intense light, which makes you feel very pleasant in the body, and that heat which is very pleasant. And I tell you, when you meditate on this light and this heat pleasant, you just lose sleep on that Shivaratri night. You become awake. That is what is the real context of not sleeping on that night.
வான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான்மழுவினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே.
நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே.
For this Shivaratri, meditate on this light, intense light, which makes you feel very pleasant in the body, and that heat which is very pleasant. And I tell you, when you meditate on this light and this heat pleasant, you just lose sleep on that Shivaratri night. You become awake. That is what is the real context of not sleeping on that night.
வான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான்மழுவினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே.
நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே.
கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, கருணை மிகுந்த அன்னை என்னும் வரமளித்தது. கருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, கருணை மிகுந்த அன்னை என்னும் வரமளித்தது. பரமஞான ஒளியில் குழந்தை ஜொலி ஜொலித்தது, பரமஹம்ச நித்யன் என்னும் பெயரும் பெற்றது. பரமஞான ஒளியில் குழந்தை ஜொலி ஜொலித்தது, பரமஹம்ச நித்யன் என்னும் பெயரும் பெற்றது. கருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, கருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, கடவுள் அவதரித்தது. ரசித்தது, துரு துருப்பாய் நித்யன் எங்கும் விதம் ரசித்தது. தங்கமகன் நித்யன் தெய்வம் என்றுணர்ந்தது, தங்கமகன் நித்யன் தெய்வம் என்றுணர்ந்தது. கருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, கருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, கடவுள் அவதரித்தது. பரவசத்தில் ஆழ்ந்திட பூமி காக்கும் நித்யனை நான் வாரி அணைத்திட, பூமி காக்கும் நித்யனை நான் வாரி அணைத்திட. கருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, கருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, கடவுள் அவதரித்தது. வசியம் செய்திட வாழ்வின் வேதம் வேறில்லை என்றே கொண்டாடிட வாழ்வின் வேதம் வேறில்லை என்றே கொண்டாடிட அருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது அருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது கடவுள் அவதரித்தது கடவுள் அவதரித்தது
First thing I want to tell you, third eye can be opened. Second thing I want to tell you, for the sake of God, please open it. Third thing I want to tell you, do not believe the fellows who say it cannot be opened or it should not be opened. I tell you, it is necessary. Second, it is possible. Third, the science is available. Fourth, I experienced it. Fifth, I already shared with the set of disciples and established the authenticity of the science. Sixth, I can give you. For the heaven's sake, don't believe the fellows who say it is not possible, who say don't open it, who say it is not necessary, who say no, you will get siddhis and you will get caught in it. If you have really faced that situation, then come and talk. Oh, I had siddhis and I gave it away. I gave it upon it to have enlightenment. Then come and talk. If somebody is stuck in the level of siddhis, that is much more forwarded stage than being stuck in without having anything. First thing I want to tell you, what I am teaching, what I am helping you to experience, what you guys are manifesting, this whole science is from Yogapada of Sadashiva, which is Shakti, not Siddhis. It is not the Siddhis described by Patanjali in Patanjali Yoga Sutras. With the grace of Sadashiva, the various experiences, expressions and powers of third eye will be shared with all of you as the science. Already more than 10 different powers explained by Sadashiva in Agamas, scientifically established, reproduced, manifested, tested, validated by us. I request whoever wants to experience, express, manifest powers of Sadashiva through your third eye, become a YouTube subscriber. Every day, learn the secrets of third eye, making you experience. Listen. 7 different powers which manifests through your eyes if the Kundalini is established on your third eye. Kundalini means the inner potential energy you are having, the reflection of God in you, the God particle in you. You have 2 components. The man particle means your pattern, your fear, your anger, your desire, your laziness, your tiredness, all that. The other part is the God particle in you, your consciousness. Understand? I dedicate myself to your consciousness. I will always be ferocious with your patterns. For your patterns, I am the villain, worst villain. For your consciousness, I am not only the friend, I am you. You are me. So understand, whenever you feel you melt, your eyes pour, you feel my life is fulfilled, complete, you are experiencing the real you, which is me, the God particle in you. Whenever you feel I am a villain, I came just 1 minute late, he shut the door. What kind of a Swami he is? He should have more patience. Understand, I am a worst villain for your patterns and best soulmate for your soul. You can lie down in the open sky and see what is happening in the Mars, what is happening in the moon. Ability to see any distance, that's the first power. Second, ability to see through the obstacle, means there is a wall, you can see what is behind the wall. Third, ability to see the intra-organ, means you can see your own liver, you can see your own kidney, you can see your own intestine, you can see your own heart pumping. So easy to diagnose. You can diagnose yourself. And ability to see that long distance, means dura drishti. You can sit here and see what is happening in your New York home, what is happening in your house in California, or any different places, what is happening. And in distant, what if some person is going through can be seen. Understand? Seeing the place in distance is different. Seeing what the person, for example, it's like internet apps only. If you concentrate on the place, you will see what is happening in that place. If you concentrate on the person, you will see what he is doing. No, nobody can do it. I think I am creating a lot of solutions and a lot of problems. Understand? Ability to see the thought currents. Seventh is ability to see the emotions of a person as an aura. Listen, seven various powers. Ability to see distance, like seeing the stars. Ability to see through the obstacle, it's like seeing what is on the other side of the wall. Ability to see the intra-organs, what is happening inside you. Ability to see a different place by concentrating on that place. Ability to see a different person by concentrating on that person. Careful, listen, don't miss. Ability to see thought current of a person, ability to see the emotional state of a person as aura. These are the 7 various powers start manifesting if this circuit is complete. This 2 point and this point. If this circuit is complete with the Kundalini Shakti, these are the 7 various powers manifest in your system. And listen now, as you have all given me the authority, I am going to straight enter into your system and raise the Kundalini and connect the circuit. You need to know for next 20 days, means till this program gets over, you need to wash your eyes morning and night both through that eye cup. There is a Panchakriya. We teach Panchakriya. In that Panchakriya set, there is a small cup washing the eyes. So you have to wash your eyes morning and night because this whole zone will get heated up. You have to cool it with a cool water, fresh water, morning and evening. And after you practice the process, if you don't cool, You will feel the heat and you will feel sleepy because of the heat. There will be no other side effect. There will be no other side effect other than you feeling that you need little more time to sleep, or your eyes are little hard, so you need more time to keep your eyes closed. Other than that, nothing. Just like you have various abilities, ability to see, ability to use your hands, ability to use your legs, ability to listen, ability to think, you have something called ability to will. The ability to will integrates all your abilities. The ability to will is the spiritual umbilical cord connection with cosmos. Understand, other than God, no one can will. When we are told only God's will be done, means actually no one else can have will. Only God can have will. If you are having the power to will, you are connected to God, you are part of God, you are Him. Understand? Power to will is umbilical cord connection with God. Our umbilical cord connection with God is our power to will. If you will, no one can deny it. Will is the umbilical cord through which you manifest. Will is the umbilical cord through which you and Sadashiva are connected. You and Brahman are connected. You and the universe are connected. As long as you have power to will, you have a right to enlightenment. Power to will is the right to enlightenment. When you have the key to treasure, when you have the key to treasury and not enjoying the treasures, you are fool. When you have the will, which is the key to enlightenment and manifestation of all the powers, and you are not manifesting it, you are fool. Don't waste your will. Don't wait. It will be there forever with you, even if you don't use. Don't think. It will be there forever with you, even if you don't use. And don't take your will for granted. When you have it, better use it. When you are having it, better use it. In English, I don't have any other word to translate Anya, but you need to know, in English, will is used for future tense. In Sanskrit, Anya is present tense. There's a big cultural difference. The moment I translate, the juice is lost. Will is more like a future in English, but in Sanskrit, Anya is present. And I tell you, once you understand the science of will, so much can be manifested by you. So much of order, so much of love, so much of life can be manifested in you. Please listen. Sadashiva is waiting for each one of you to manifest Him, because more and more of you manifest Him, more and more joy in the planet Earth. More and more of you manifest Sadashiva's powers, more and more bliss in the life. More and more of you manifest his powers, more and more consciousness in the world. So that is the best thing you will do to you and you will do to others. Once it is awakened, it is permanent. Please understand, once your eyes are opened, it is permanent. Only thing, the dangers in the third eye awakening is doing it on your own, trying some techniques on your own without the direct guidance of a guru is dangerous. That can lead to many side effects like mental problems, disorders, or headache, the physical and mental disorders. So don't try on your own without the direct guidance of an enlightened being, without the direct guidance of an incarnation. Don't try it on your own. The techniques I have designed are most safe. To tell you honestly, I have not even designed this technique. I took it from Shaivagamas, Mahadeva's teachings to Devi. I took it from that and organized it. Only the permutation combination is my contribution. Otherwise, the original technique is from Shaivagamas. I have taken this techniques, organized it. It is time-tested, foolproof. No wrong, bad, ill side effects. The only side effect is bliss, knowledge, and enlightenment. Not only that, please understand, when these kids use the third eye, more and more, the patterns and engrams engraved in the brain will start getting completed. They will achieve more and more completion because they are using consciousness. The more you use the consciousness, more you become the consciousness. More you become the consciousness, the more you use consciousness. Consciousness. Through your brain, looking down, you will see only probabilities. If your consciousness using your brain looks up, you will see possibilities. Two eyes are probabilities, third eye is the possibility. Visualize you are looking through third eye, and you can even go for one step further. It is Swamiji who initiated my third eye, so let it function like Swamiji's third eye. The moment you remember, lot of your SDHD will not have a role to play there. See, your SDHD is like your guest. Only if you feed and take care, they will stay. And if you don't feed them, don't care, and you do your work, they will wait for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then simply they will walk out. Don't entertain. This will be a very good idea. You see, he initiated. And if I am able to read, it is his pride. Whether I am if I am successful, it is his success. If I am failure, it is his failure. So let my third eye function like him. That's all. See, when your success is mine, your failure is mine, you are me. Understand? And it's not you who is claiming here that I am going to do third eye. It is me who is declaring. So me who is initiating. So tell yourself, he initiated, so let it work like his third eye. Over. So suddenly SDHD will not have job there. It will not have job there. Because your success or your failure, both is mine. If you are able to do, it's my success. You see, there is some things which you do it on your own tapas. But here, it is not by your own tapas, it is a gift from the master. So tell yourself very clearly, if I am able to, it's his pride. If I am not able to, so it is his failure. What is there for me? The moment you put that, shift that, your SDHD has no role to play. Simply you will be able to, it actually your SDHD is not powerful as an individual entity, but it becomes powerful when you attest it, when you accept it as part of you. When you say, come on, please, let's hug, have a cup of coffee, be together, then it becomes powerful. So the moment you take this stand, this context, hey, now what is there? If I read, it is his pride, his glory. If I don't read, it is his failure. What is there for me? So with that, suddenly your SDHD has no role or no play over you. Because I am declaring that I will make all you guys read. I am only declaring and I am only working on it. So leave it to me. You will see suddenly the SDHD has no role to play. And your SDHD is not that powerful other than you entertaining it. For this Shivaratri, meditate on this light, intense light, which makes you feel very pleasant in the body, and that heat which is very pleasant. And I tell you, when you meditate on this light and this heat pleasant, you just lose sleep on that Shivaratri night. You become awake. That is what is the real context of not sleeping on that night.
வான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான்மழுவினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே.
நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம்
welcome to this first day of Paramashivoham.
And we have been, this is not just the first day of the Paramashivoham, as today is the Mahashivratri, and Swamiji will be gracing us, he will be giving us darshan on this auspicious occasion, which is the day of awakening. A day not to sleep, a day to awaken yourself. To awaken yourself to your highest possibility, highest potential, to be in the space of Paramashiva, to be in the space of oneness, where none of our problems exist. The moment you are in that, established in that consciousness, simply all your problems just disappears, because all the problems are related to body and the mind. The moment you are established in that consciousness, suddenly you are free from all kinds of problems. The problems are there, but you are not there for the problems. So welcome all of you on this first day of the Paramashivoham and the grand celebration of Mahashivratri. And today is also the last day of the Kumbh Mela celebration. The Sai Snan is already happening. So as a culmination of, today is a culmination of so many auspicious occasions. So again, welcoming all of you. We have lots of participants. We have Ma Kali, Ma Nitya Paramashakti, Nityanandam, all of you, Ma Jima, Nityanandam. We have Ma Wang Han.
Shin, we have Ma Nitya Goraswarupini, we have Ma Wang Han Yu. We have participants that it's labeled, I think is that CJ? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Ma Parabrahma Swarupini, Ma Yang Yan Hong Nityanandam, everyone. We have Ma Holi's Zinam. We have someone labeled iPhone 16 Pro, requesting if you could please label yourself, give yourself a name, give your real name. We have Majima, we have Baina Hu. We have Jnana Prakashini, yes, Nityanandam. We have Nitya Chakraraja Swarupini, and we have Ma Nitya Paramashakti. So welcoming everyone, welcome, good to have you with us today on this auspicious occasion of, as we mentioned, so many different happenings right now.
Yes, so today is a day to be awakened, not to sleep. So be awakened, as Swamiji will be initiating us into, as today is Shivratri, will be initiating all of us into this awakening. So now, as today we are proceeding with the first day of Paramashivoham. So welcome all of you on this journey of 21 days of Paramashivoham. Understand, even if you have taken and actually gone through 21 days of the Paramashivoham before, do not miss this season, because every season is new. It never repeats, the program never repeats itself. Because every time your experience will be different. Your internalization will be different. The experience that you gain, the transformation you receive will be different. So with this, now let's enter into the revelation by Swamiji on the introduction to the program itself. Introduction to the Paramashivoham program itself. So let's get ready. You can sit with your head, neck, spine, and straight line as we enter into this revelation by Swamiji about the program itself. Let's begin.
My message for all of you today is only one word, one phrase: live enlightenment. The Jivan Mukti. Understand, this year, let us all dedicate it to live enlightenment. Come whatever may. But only bliss will come, nothing else will come. The moment you risk, come whatever may, you opened your door for bliss. Because the moment you say, come whatever may, you accepted the whole. You are ready for the whole. You are ready for whatever is. Whatever is always bliss. Whatever exists is always bliss. Let's dedicate this year for living enlightenment, for Jivan Mukti. Understand? Let me describe Jivan Mukti. Conflict-free life in the inner world and the outer world. Conflict-free living. Living without gap between the inner world and the outer world. Either raise your energy, Shakti, to catch up with the outer world, or bring your Buddhi to catch up with the inner world. Raise your Shakti so that you can do whatever you want in the outer world, and raise your Buddhi so that you can accept whatever you have or whatever you are. Through any one process, integrate yourself. Please understand, living an integrated life is what I call living enlightenment. Continuously living conflict-free life. Continuously living the beautiful, harmonious feeling. Continuously living in a deep feeling connection with the whole existence, with whatever is what I call living enlightenment. You have to put it in 4 words. Shakti, energy to change whatever you can, and Buddhi, intelligence to accept whatever is not needed to be changed, whatever doesn't need to be changed, and Yukti, clarity, understanding. However you change, the whole world is a constant, continuous changing dream. What you call as reality is a continuously changing dream. That Yukti, that clarity. Above all, a deep feeling connection, bhakti, towards the unchanging energy, what you call as master or existence. Shakti, Buddhi, Yukti, Bhakti. When you live all these 4 in the life experientially, you are living Jivan Mukti. You are living enlightenment. You are radiating Jivan Mukti. Shakti to change whatever you can means energy to work on your life. Buddhi to accept whatever doesn't need to change means clarity, intelligence. We don't have to change the whole thing. No need. Then you will be too busy with changing instead of enjoying. You don't need to change the whole thing. If you think only you will enjoy only when the whole world becomes yours or as you want, it can never happen. So no need to change the whole thing. Intelligence to accept whatever doesn't need to change. Ultimately, yukti, clarity. However you change, whatever you change, this existence, the whole thing is a continuous changing dream. With that clarity, you will have the ultimate inner healing or the ultimate rest or peace. When you have that clarity, however you try, whatever you change, the whole existence is a continuous dream which changes. Suddenly you will have deep feeling connection with one thing which does not change, which is eternal, Nitya Ananda. The feeling connection with that which does not change is what I call bhakti. When you live all these four experientially, it is mukti. Radiate enlightenment continuously. Please understand, I am taking you deeper, further into living enlightenment. Radiating, the very word is so active, alive. Not only you living enlightenment, all the people around you, inspiring them through your living enlightenment is what I call radiating enlightenment. Let the enlightenment express through your muscles, in your thinking, in your words, in your action. Let it express through your being. Inspire all the people who are living around you. Please understand, the world is mirror for you. Whatever world experiences about you, you experience that as you. You continuously look into the world to know more about you, to have an idea about you. Now, create beautiful enlightened mirrors around you by radiating enlightenment. So that constantly you will remember you are not only living, radiating enlightenment. So take up this as the mission for this year. People around you should really feel the power of your enlightenment, the power of your Jivan Mukti. When I say the word living enlightenment, energy to change whatever can be changed, intelligence to accept whatever need not be changed, clarity, however you change, the whole world is just one more changing dream, and devotion towards that which is unchanging. This is what I define as living enlightenment, Jivan Mukti. Now, let these great truths radiate through your system so strongly. Let all the people around you, the world around you, feel the power of enlightenment. Let your muscles radiate this truth. Please understand, do not think there is so much of anger in me, suffering is in me, pain is in me. Don't think all these things are here, how can I be Jivan Mukta? You can never have a space where all these things are not there and feel you are a Jivan Mukta. No. You have to become like a Kala Bhairava, who is dancing between everything. Jivan Mukta Sarira means anything swallowed should be digested and should become part of your body. Jivan Mukta mind means anything seen, you should be able to swallow, digest it, crush it and clear it. It should become wisdom. Any food swallowed should become energy, and anything seen should become wisdom in you. That is what I call Jivan Mukta Sarira, the body of enlightened and the mind of an enlightened. If you are living just in present, you have no freedom to correct your past and project your future. If you are living only in the past and future, you have no freedom to correct in present. If you are living in past, present and future, only then you have freedom to correct, freedom to amend and freedom to project. Understand? Living in present is not enlightenment. I am throwing a new light. I am breaking one ice, old pot. Living in present is not enlightenment. That's what we always think. Living in past, present, future simultaneously is enlightenment. Means in your present moment, the whole past, the whole future will be present. The essence of whole past, the essence of whole future will be in the present, is what I call living enlightenment. Intensity. Take this as a message. This is the message for you, you all. Understand, in any situation, just remember how Swamiji will behave, how Swamiji will react, how Swamiji will face this situation. Simply you will see new door opens. This is what I call living enlightenment. Understand? You don't need anything else. This one is enough. Even while you are sitting, if thoughts are coming, if Swamiji is just sitting, what will be going on inside him? Naturally silence. Then why are you thinking? Silent. Over. Nothing else. That's all. Your mind will, if your mind says, no, I know it's true, but I can't do this, it's too much. Then you think, if Swamiji's mind says like this, how he will behave? You would have finished the mind that moment. That's all. Nothing else. That's all. Just be very clear. Carry this one message. Maybe you can take this one message and let this message become life into you. The message of living enlightenment. See, understand, from the age of 10, of course, around the age of 10 only I was inspired and impressed by him. That was the time I started. But I didn't even know it's a meditation technique or it's a technique or all those things. Just it started. How he will behave? How Annamalai Swami will behave for this situation? Because many times in the house, my brothers or family will, if they start fighting for something, some share, this, that, and I'll think, how Annamalai Swami will behave? He won't even bother. Forget about it. Let them have. That's all. Because actually this is what I call relationship with master. Relationship with master is not just doing some puja or putting some flowers or worshipping him once in a while. No. Being thoroughly impressed by him. Anything comes up, fear or insecurity or greed or anger, anything comes up, just see how he will behave. Simply it will disappear. It will just disappear. A simple understanding, living enlightenment. Simple understanding enough, it will disappear. Nothing else is needed. Carry this one message. Carry this one message. See, the ordinary relationship, your relationship with master, many times I used to tell people, relationship, strong feeling connected with master is enough, you don't need any other technique. That means this is what? This is what? Not just your ordinary relationship. Your ordinary relationship, you neither try to understand me nor try to imbibe. Just it is there. Just it is there, and that is not, I can't even call that as a relationship. It's a regular, ordinary thing. Feeling connected with master means just living him, living master. When you live the master, only then you feel connected to him. Only then you are expanding. Only then something is happening in you.
Once a man woke up from his bed early morning. As soon as he woke up, he saw his eyes have bulged and ears have protruded. Heavy pain in the neck. Eyes have bulged, ears have protruded. Heavy pain in the neck. Immediately he rushed to a doctor who diagnosed, checked him thoroughly, and gave him some prescription and a warning. He said, it is a very serious problem. You should take these medicines for 6 months without even 1 day gap. The side effect of this will be, you will lose all your hair. The man religiously, without even missing 1 day, took all the medicines. The side effect, losing all the hair, happened, but not the main effect. The problem continued. He went to the next doctor. Next doctor tried his best. He told, I think there is some serious problem in your left arm. It has to be amputated. What connection is there between the eyes and the ears or left arm only God knows. It has to be amputated. The suffering is so much, the man could not say anything except yes. He allowed his hand is amputated. After the surgery, 3 months he was alright. After 3 months, again the problem started. Problem continued. Then he went to the third doctor, who declared we couldn't diagnose the problem, we couldn't find the reason for it. Hope you may be alive only 1 more month. The same situation continues, you will be alive only 1 more month. When he came to know that he will be alive only 1 more month, he was totally depressed. But after 2-3 days, he recovered and decided to live his life. Wherever it is possible, whatever way it is possible, he started working. He started taking all types of loans. And he decided he is going to live only 1 more month. The first job is he took all types of loans, got new bungalow, got new cars, furnitures, went to a tailor shop to have a new suit for himself. When the tailor was taking measurements, he said, make a 15-inch collar, high neck. Tailor said, no, for your size it has to be 18-inch. Man argued, no, what do you know? Last 6 months I'm wearing only 15-inch. That feels good. Taylor said, do you know, instead of 18, if you wear 15, what will happen? Man asked, what will happen? Your eyes will bulge, ears will protrude. Nothing else. Your whole life, whatever solution you are trying to find from the outer world, it is just like this story. If you have missed the story, don't worry, just don't miss the laughter. I think she was enquiring. Even if you miss the story, don't miss the laughter. One more story, just dedicated to you. In India, Sardarji jokes are very popular. Any Sardarji? Oh. Any you don't mind? No. That's nice. There is a competition. 100 jokes will be told. If you don't laugh, you will have $1 million prize. One man got into the stage, people have started cracking jokes. 50 somehow he could manage, but not more than that. He has to laugh. Next man could manage 70. Third, our hero got into the stage. He could manage 90. 95, yes. Smile, not even a laughter. Yeah. Beam of smile entered his face. His wife was sitting just in front of him. Started shouting, hey, keep quiet, $1 million. At least for the next 2 minutes, keep quiet. Only 2 minutes. Don't miss the $1 million. But somehow, finally, 98th joke, nothing could be done. He laughed. He laughed uproariously. And he came down. The wife inquired, what has happened? You waited patiently so long, you controlled yourself so long. What has happened? Last only 2 minutes, you could have managed. Why did you miss? He replied, no. Now only I understood the first joke. Even if you miss some jokes, don't miss the laughter. Don't laugh separately. Don't laugh separately after some half an hour. Let us go to the first story. Our life is nothing but the first story. The problem is just here, 2 inch, 2-3 inch. But you go around searching for solutions. You search exactly where the solution cannot be found. You search everywhere except yourself. If you just look into yourself for a second, for a moment, only the 2 inch of relaxation, nothing else, just the 2 inch of relaxation, the whole problem would have been solved. There would be not only solved, dissolved. Instead of that, you go on asking for solution from all possible astrologers, all possible temples, all possible masters, all possible palm readers, or whatever way it is possible, you try to find solutions. Go on searching for solutions in so many places, so many ways, but except looking into yourself. If you just look into yourself for a moment, I don't say to enter into your being totally, just for a moment, then you will see so many things gets transformed by itself. These 2 days, you are not going to do anything else except looking into yourself. You are given place, no, space to look into yourself. Just to look, just to see, just to turn inwards. You are given a chance, time and space to look into your system, into your being. So here, I wanted to give you a few tips to use these 2 days maximum. Few points to be remembered, to have the maximum benefit, to have best out of this 2 days program. The program is called Ananda Spurana. The meaning of that word is bliss flowering. In the Spurana word, exactly there's no translation. It can be translated as a fountain. Like a fountain, bliss or the energy is continuously bubbling in you, flowing in you, happening in you. Only thing, you hide it. You don't let it happen to you. Now, for these 2 days, you are asked, you are requested to take away your hands. Allow that joy to happen. Allow that bliss to happen. Just to have a taste of that ananda, taste of that bliss. The program is designed to have a taste of your inner being, taste of your inner bliss. You can attend this program in 3 ways. One is just intellectually. If you just take this class as an intellectual class, you will learn a lot. You will learn a lot. Intellectually means just sitting with your head, nothing else. Just your head will be concentrated. If you want to take the intellectual knowledge, just the head is enough. Nothing else is necessary. You don't need anything else. If you are alert without sleeping in the class, that's enough. Nothing much is necessary. If you feel like sleeping, the last row is reserved for you. You can go there and sit and sleep. Please don't sleep inside the class. Not for your sake, at least for my sake. Why I say my sake? A small story. Once, a taxi driver from Chennai, anybody who had been to Chennai, who lived in Chennai? Then you will understand. Taxi driver in Chennai, they lead you directly to hell. A straight way to hell. They don't take you by shortcut or they don't take you by the long route or anything. Direct way to hell. If you are expectant mother, never sit in Chennai taxi. And roads are also specially designed. Roads are also specially designed. The drivers are specially trained. Anyhow, one day morning, one taxi driver from Chennai and one great religious preacher, both of them died, directly went to the court of Yamadharma. All of you understand that Yamadharma. Yamadharma means he is the man who gives judgment. For people from West, I am telling, he is like a Saint Peter who gives the judgment. Now I will have a little problem. I have to use both cultural words, but I will try to manage. Whenever you don't understand any technical terms, you are free to ask me immediately. You don't have to feel shy. Immediately just raise your hand. Then I will understand your question and answer. So you can feel free to question anything or to ask anything. Don't feel shy. Don't feel reluctant. How can I ask or how can I question? Because if you don't understand, you will misunderstand. So one more big problem is you will go and tell outside that this is what I heard. That will be both of them, the great religious preacher and the taxi driver, both of them reached Yama's court for judgment. First, the taxi driver pushed himself into the cabin. Yama inquired, "What is your name?" He said, my name is so and so. What were you doing? I was driving taxi in Chennai. So he took out the list of merit and sins. Finally, he gave the judgment, all right, let you have silken robe, golden staff, and first class AC seat in the Swarga, in the heaven. He sent. Next came this great religious preacher. He was asked, "What's your name?" "My name is so and so." "What were you doing?" "I was preaching God's word around the world. All over the world, I used to go around and preach Lord's name, preach the divine message." The list of the merit and sins is taken out and read. Yama gave the judgment. Let you have cotton robe and wooden staff and third class room. The preacher got terribly angry, annoyed. He started shouting, "I'll sue you." Maybe must have too much visited America. "I'll sue you. What, for a driver, taxi driver, you are giving first class treatment and for me third class? I preach the divine message around the world. So many thousands of satsangs I conducted. So many thousands of good things I have done. Everywhere I was speaking about divine message, divine glory. How can you give me third class? For him first class." The Imam said, "Here up, we don't bother what you do. We bother only the results." When he was driving, people were praying for their lives. When he was preaching, people were sleeping. When he was preaching, people were sleeping. When he was driving, people were praying for their lives. So we don't bother what you do, we bother what is the result. So, may not be for your sake, at least for my sake, don't sleep. Otherwise, when I go there, I'll be given the staff and third class room. At least for my sake, don't sleep. If you feel like sleeping, sit in the last row so that I will have argument. No, they have not slept in my class. They were sleeping only outside the room, outside the class. I can save my face. If you just a little attention, that's enough. The class will be useful to you as an intellectual class. You may learn a little bit of knowledge. But by that, you are having only the 33% of the benefit. Not more than that. No, more than that. If you attend only as an intellectual class, when you go, you will tell, "This Swami is a very great orator. How nicely he speaks." Only that much. That is not going to help you. That's not going to give you the total result. Next thing, you can attend with a little bit of heart, emotion. You may be searching for some meditation. You may be thinking, you might have heard about meditation somewhere in some book. And that is now, in modern day, that is the best-selling ideology. So somewhere you must have read So you are thinking, I should go for some meditation. Some of you heard about me, you have come here. If you attend with a little bit of emotion, a little bit of thinking of meditation, a little bit of art, you may have the second layer. You may feel a little refreshed, you may feel a little relaxed, you may feel a little joyful. But even that is not enough. When you feel a little bit joyful, you will go and tell, wow, we had a beautiful weekend this time. It was really a nice weekend. But even that is not enough. Only when you attend with your whole being, only when you put your whole effort, then you will see something new happens in your being. Only then you will really have all the 100% benefit. If you sit only with your head, you will have only 33%. If you sit with your heart, a little bit of involvement, you will feel only the 66. Only when you put your whole being 100%, you will see the total result. You will attend, you will take this as a This whole program is a powerful process to awaken your inner being, especially now of late, the clear, updated essence of the Vedic tradition getting added into the program. And the best way it is being presented, it has become more powerful than anything available on the planet Earth for body, mind, spirit transformation. I am not promoting this program because I am taking, I'll tell you directly, I am telling you, anything available on the planet Earth for body, mind, spirit transformation, this is the best available as on now. These are the words I am straight away giving from my heart, from my integrity and authenticity. They are not commercials. These words are not advertisements or commercials about the program. Now I don't need to give you the commercial. You are already here now. You understand? You are already here. I don't need to run commercial for you. If somebody who is not here, for them I need to run commercial. You are already here. I don't need to run a commercial for you. I am introducing. Please understand, I am not running a commercial, I am introducing. All I want you to do is come to the space of listening. Please come to the space of listening. I'll introduce the four principles. Please understand, four principles of the cosmos. This is the four principles with which the whole cosmos functions. Please understand. Now you are asking this question that will I have the last push towards the ultimate enlightenment through this program? Yes. Especially the experiences you are talking, this will all become permanent in you. All the obstructing biomemories will be cleared. I tell you, in this mood, the space you are in, other than
Master's presence, no other technique will work. Because you have finished all the techniques. Now only His presence can mature your biomemory and sustain the enlightenment. Push you to that, falling in tune with enlightenment in this world, to that experience. Especially after having certain spiritual experiences, glimpses of enlightenment, not getting that experience eternally, ultimately, strongly, is almost like a torture, suffering, suffocation. This is the moment you should have the physical presence of the Master. You should be in the physical presence of the Master. I tell you, IA will take you beyond all the obstructive biomemories and sustain you in the enlightenment. One more thing I want to tell you, only Inner Awakening program can take you beyond these biomemories and establish you on the enlightenment. No other technique, no other process can take you to that state. In the planet Earth, no other process is available as on now to establish yourself in that state other than Inner Awakening. Hidden truths about laws of life. If you don't understand laws of life, you will have loss of life. If you understand laws of life, naturally, life will not be lost to you. Sometimes life itself becomes a big loss when you don't understand the laws of life. Not only losing life, even living becomes a big loss. Understand, losing life is something like a death or paralyzed. But you are living, but it's a big loss to your consciousness, means depressed, going in the wrong direction, without awareness. Then it's you are living, but the whole thing is loss. Life is a loss. If you are living and life is a loss, it is the most dangerous thing. That's what I call depression, or going in wrong direction. Every day your life should be adding something more and more and leading you to the deeper and deeper truths and higher conscious levels. If that is not happening, you are losing life. If more and more clutches you are getting caught into, you are getting into the more and more deeper and deeper ruts, understand? Then you are going in minus. I wanted all of you to understand an important truth. Please understand. law and the force which makes the whole thing to flow in law are one and the same. Judiciary and execution and law enforcement, everything is one and the same in cosmos. When all these things become separate, that is where the corruption comes. That is why all country laws suffer. Cosmic law never suffers and it never creates suffering. I was doing some research 2-3 days before. Came upon with an important, very beautiful research which clearly proves you do not act because of your mental setups or beliefs. Please understand. Very clearly they are proving with tons and tons of evidence. You do not act in certain way just because of your mental setup or habit or even your beliefs. They say you just do not know why you act that way. Just micro milliseconds before the action, the decision is taken and it is executed. After that you go on sitting and doing postmortem. Otherwise, the decision to act and act, please understand, decision to act and acting, action, both simultaneously just happens in your system without any logical background, without any logical understanding, without any logic behind it. That is why in the Vedic tradition, we always give importance to altering the consciousness, the very source from which law and action erupts out spontaneously. If you believe only in action, means the body, there is nothing beyond body, you go on trying to alter your actions and end in deepest failure and depression. That is why all the morality imposed on the society, community, individuals who are not consciously grown leads more and more to depression and schizophrenic conditions. First thing we need to do is conscious awakening. Pratyagatma Chaitanya Jakrata. The individual inner awakening has to happen. Then simply the decision maker and executor will be in a pure consciousness. The person who is making decision in you and acting in you will be in pure consciousness. No danger from your actions can come to you or to others. First question, Swamiji, can you correlate what happens in inner awakening with relation to entanglement, entrainment and enlightenment? The moment you think you want to attend the inner awakening, entanglement starts, because immediately the connection. After that, making it into reality is my responsibility. Understand? In Tamil there is a beautiful song. One of the great devotee of Shiva sings, avanarulale avantal vanangi. Only by his grace you can even remember him. Unless you have his grace, you can't even remember him, connect with him. So the moment you decide you want to attend inner awakening, be very clear, already my blessings are there on you. Unless my blessings are there on you, you can't even think you want to do inner awakening. You can't even remember you want to do inner awakening. You can't even have the intention you want to do inner awakening. So understand, the moment you think you want to do inner awakening, already my grace, my blessing is there. The moment you fill the intention form, you officially authorize me to enter into your life and alter all the situations, open all the doors and make the possibilities for you to come into the inner awakening program. See, intention form is nothing but a giving permission to me. My grace is always flowing in all directions. But grace is always very shy to enter. Can I enter? Will he feel I'm intruding? Will he feel my privacy is disrespected? Please understand, many times God is waiting to help you, but he is afraid if he comes inside, you may shout, who asked you to help? Who are you to interfere? He is afraid because many times you have said this. When God stretches his hand, you say, I may die, but I will not take your help. You have your own theories, understandings, concepts. So when you have this mental setup, this kind of mentality, this kind of suffering, this kind of self-torturing mind, he waits for your permission even to grace you. He asks, may I come in? Intention form, signing the intention form is just saying, come in. Then grace just rushes so that he can alter all the situation and arrangements and make all the possibilities open. So the moment you sign the intention form, entanglement starts. The moment you come to our welcome center and get banged, entrainment starts. And the moment you sit in front of me, enlightenment starts.
Very intense situations, the throat completely is getting dried and the stomach is upset. It's more sensitive to what you're eating.
Yes. Yes, I do know I do have trouble expressing myself in certain situations. And if it gets a little too intense, I won't, talk or say what's going on. I'll just kind of be quiet and wait for everything to settle down.
So one of the things that Somji's showing, there's two places. One is on your right side of your chest when you're feeling this tension. So whether you're speaking to somebody, what Somji's showing as a situation is when you're speaking to somebody who you feel intimidated by, putting yourself less than, there's a strong chest pain that comes on the right side. And the other thing is a lot of heat in the stomach. So you will feel that kind of upset motions that come. Your emotions get very high because of exactly the same thing of not being able to express yourself, but the physical pain in the body you're able to feel. So one is on the chest, and the second is the upset stomach.
Yes, Ma. Correct.
Yes. So, Nityananda, thank you so much for actually confirming. And Ma Kathleen Drapers, I would also like to add on. See, Ma, there's a particular memory in which you had gone through as a childhood. There's a particular amount of feeling of not being able to digest what happened. And I'm actually scanning further. There's actually a situation in your life where you felt like nobody could hear what you want to express. Many times you're actually a very expressive person, but you feel like nobody is ready to listen to what you have to say. And what is happening is that you always tend to neglect the uniqueness of you. And it happened once when you were young. I think you were playing with what third eye was showing. You were surrounded with many little girls, like it looks like friends or maybe family, like cousins, something that whom you feel very close and dear to. And when you were expressing yourself and you were playing, that whole emotional and mental pain into your stomach means you stored all this pain memory in the stomach. And another particular area you stored it is your vishuddhi, which is the throat center. And because of this, there was a series of health issues that translated in hormonal imbalances, not having the voice to really speak. Like sometimes you jitter when you speak, you feel nervous, but deep inside, you're actually an extremely confident person. So this is something that was there, and it happened at almost at the age of 8 to 10, and it happened that at the time of your life where you were developing friendship outside of your home. You can get along with anyone in your home, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins. But this is the age time where you started to understand that there's something more than family, and that's friendship. And this was the time that really affected you the most with the way you developed your own identity. So this is what third eye was showing up. Was this relatable for you?
I agree completely with. I do have a lot of emotions and strong emotions. I feel a lot of things to say, and I absolutely feel like people do not hear me or listen to me. And that was came up many times in our incompletion sessions over the last couple of weeks. When you started discussing what you saw with a group of other children, the video stopped, so I didn't hear everything you were saying. So I don't know about that situation. I'm going to have to reflect on it, but you did give me an age range.
Yes. It was a young time where you were playing, actually. It was just nothing but a play.
Yes.
You're having fun. But I think one of the girls was more powerful. She was more popular in the group, and everyone liked listening to her more than you, and it shut you off. So, because of that, you felt like no one listens to you. So if you actually look back into a memory, you'll be able to find that there's a similar situation that would happen as you grew up when you're in a big group. And if you see someone more powerful or intimidating, you just tend to withdraw and feel like, I don't think I have the outlet to express myself anymore.
Yes. Yes. Very, yes. Thank you. Spot on.
So the last person is actually Madhyana Gamyama. She's going to be sharing the answer. And yes, thank you, Ma. You can actually go sit down. Yes.
Thank you.
Nityananda. I was scanning my Ananda Lakshmi. So I just want to make sure that I'm audible so everyone can hear me. Yes?
Yes, you are audible, Ma.
Okay, thank you. Yes. So first, what Swamiji was showing me in the third eye was that I am seeing pain in the middle of your spine, which is connected to incorrect posture. So when the spine is misaligned for a long period, it puts strain on the surrounding muscles and nerves. So it creates stiffness and discomfort. So this is also linked to energy blockages, which can affect overall well-being. The next thing Swamiji was showing was that there was a past surgery in the fallopian tubes, and the body may be still holding onto residual tension or scar tissue from this, so which can impact circulation and reproductive health. And then another thing that was shown was knee joint pain. So with this, it also suggests a vata imbalance where there is dryness and a lack of nourishment in the joints, which is leading to the discomfort and stiffness. Okay. And then next thing is heaviness in your respiratory area. So particularly in the lungs. So also there may be some kapha accumulation, making breathing feel heavier. Right. So then the next thing that also was shown in the third eye was that your mind is very active with continuous flowing thoughts. So also that is they're creating restlessness and a feeling of mental fatigue. So this was what's shown in the third eye. I just would like to check if you relate to any of this now.
I don't really understand, Ma, because from what you said, there is nothing to which I can with which I can cognize. I have no pain in my back. I indeed have some pain in my left foot because some months ago I injured my foot badly in the stairs. It's getting better. And didn't hear so well, but from what I there is nothing to which I can cognize.
Oh, okay. No issues. No issues.
Yes. So thank you so much, Ma Dhyanagama. Actually, Ma, what Dwaitarza was actually able to see is that when she said that there was some back issue, it may not be now, it actually could have been in the past. And actually, if you do look into it, definitely there'll be a time where you did experience it. But however, Dwaitartha was actually scanning you. And one of the things that Swamiji has shown specifically about what you are experiencing for the past 5 years is actually unfulfillment. And it has something to do with the crown center, the head. And this is where we store all the parts of us that we feel there's nothing in this world that can make me happy. See, for example, if you get a phone, you'll feel, oh, yes, okay, it's a phone. What is there? You feel unfulfilled about many things. Actually, there's no problem in your life. Even the relationships we have, the health, the relationship, the money, all of this is happening because you feel there's no purpose. So you feel unfulfilled because there's no deeper purpose of what you have to do. And because of that, I was able to see that the way your nervousness is happening, means the body, the way your body is reacting, it's actually causing you to feel a lot of, how to say this, tiredness in a way. You feel tired sometimes. You feel tired you feel lack of energy. So is this something relatable for you for the past 5 years? Were you feeling this?
No, not at all. I can sleep up to 5 hours maximum. Most of the time I sleep 2 or 3 hours or 45 minutes. I'm full of energy due to yoga practice. Regarding the back, it's true that when I was 7 years old, I developed a scoliosis, which does not exist anymore. But it was after surgery due to the fact that I was a premature child. But it's no longer there.
This happened in the past, correct? Yes. So that's all. What Ma Dhyanagama and myself was scanning was actually something that happened more in your past. Of course, now you're initiated, you're in the lifestyle of doing yoga, panchakriyas. That's why you're able to feel so much energy. But however, the body scanning reveals something that was there in the past. So it's good. You're going to the right direction. It simply means that you're healing completely, and that's all you need to be. You are where you are at. You are here, and everything is being taken care of. So thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to scan you, Ma. Nityananda. Yes.
Thank you, Nityananda.
Thank you, Nityananda. So everyone, Nityananda, to conclude the power manifestation session, we are now going to be chanting the Purna mantra. That is all sit with our head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padaka Paramastu Om Nityanandam Nityanandam. Thank you.